Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a continent which holds the most significant position in terms of the fact that it ruled for around 2-3 centuries the different parts of the world. Yes, we are talking about the continent called Europe. So if you look at the Europe continent, you'll realize that it houses among the most developed countries of the world. Not only in economic sense, if you look at the development of Europe, you'll find most of the happiest countries in the world are found in this continent. Not only this, if you look at the different disciplines that developed across the world, Europeans have the greatest contribution to it. For example, geography. The fathers of geography come from mostly the Greek region. Homer, Herodotus, Eratosthenes, they are said to be the fathers of geography. And if you look at the area of this continent, it is the second smallest continent of the world. So, the second smallest continent of the world exercised immense geopolitical influence and control over different parts of the world for nearly 2-3 centuries. In fact, this continent colonized even America and Canada like countries as well. So, among the several factors responsible for the initial advancement of these countries, the countries of the Europe, is one factor is geographical factor, a set of geographical factors rather. So we'll see how geography is contributing to the development of the continent and let's see the map first and then we'll figure out. So if you look at geographically about over the continent Europe, you'll find that this continent is a peninsula of peninsulas. So the continent Europe is a peninsula of peninsulas. The continent itself looks like a peninsula. It is a peninsula and it comprises of several peninsulas. So let's see the water bodies, the different peninsulas that surround this continent along with the important countries of this continent. So let's draw the first, the easternmost boundary. So easternmost boundary of this continent would be Ural Mountains. So Ural Mountains is the mountain between Asia and Europe. So that divides in Asia and Europe. So this is Ural Mountain. Moving westward, you'll find that there is a deepening of this continent will form obviously a sea, we'll see later on. Then you'll find over here another peninsula and then further moving westward over here you'll find country like Denmark. Then moving further westward you'll find Germany over here and then after Germany Poland, then France, then notice a bay and then we'll have This is Spain, and then moving further eastward, over here you'll realize that Italy country, and then further if you look at you over here you'll find Greece, and then further Aegean Sea and this part, then over here another sea of Marmara will draw each and everything. And then moving further, this is Black Sea, and this part will have Azov Sea. This is Black Sea we are drawing. Over here you'll find Turkey. This is Turkey, and then Israel and other countries over here. Then we know that this is African continent part, and so this is what we call Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean Sea. I already discussed when I was talking about African continent. Over here there is a strait called Strait of Gibraltar. African continent में already ये discussion हुआ है. Then moving further, this I told you, this sea was Alboran Sea, part of Mediterranean Sea only. Over here I told you a number of islands, small islands called Balearic Islands. This northern part of Balearic Islands I told you Balearic Sea. This corner I told you during the discussion of again African continent, Ligurian Sea. This one is Ligurian Sea. And over here, if you remember, there was an island called Corsica and this island called Sardinia. So these things we have already discussed. Let me write them. Corsica and this island I told you, Sardinia. Between Corsica and Sardinia, there is a narrow water channel, and that water channel is called Strait of Bonifacio. Then this is country Italy. Over here you'll find, sorry, this side you'll find not this. Over here you'll find Sicily Island. And between Sicily and Italy, there is again a water channel called Strait of Messina. Moving further, I told you this sea is called Tyrrhenian Sea. This sea is called Tyrrhenian Sea. And then moving further, this sea is called, if I write here, this sea is called Adriatic Sea. And if you remember, I told you this sea is Ionian Sea. Moving further, this is some peninsula, part of Greece only. This is called, this peninsula is called, if I write here, This peninsula is called Peloponnese. Peloponnese Peninsula of Greece. And over here you'll find again an island country called Crete, and over here you'll find another famous island near to Turkey only, Rhodes. These are the islands of uh, Mediterranean Sea. Then this water body is called Aegean Sea, if you remember. And this water body, this bigger sea-like body is called, this one is called Sea of Marmara. This water channel, obviously, Sea of Marmara would be connected to Aegean Sea through a water channel. This water channel is a narrow water channel which is called Strait of Dardanelles. And this water channel is Strait of Bosphorus. And this bigger water body is Black Sea. And this another body is Sea of Azov or Azov Sea. Obviously, this water channel, narrow water channel, which is connecting Black Sea and Azov Sea, is called Strait of Kerch. So, a lot of things I had already discussed during the discussion of African continent. Draw it, you'll be in position to remember them all. Obviously, I told you this is Ural Mountains. This small sea is called White Sea. And above White Sea, this opening is called Barents Sea. And obviously, this bigger frozen sea is called Arctic Sea. And on the western part, on the western side, you'll find Atlantic Ocean. We'll come to that. But before that, we'll have to see a number of seas. Let's see the peninsulas first and then I'll come to the seas again. This part, this looks like a peninsula. If you look at this entire Europe of continent, a landmass is coming out and entering into a water body surrounded from three sides. So that is why it is a peninsula. So I call this entire continent to be peninsula. Of peninsulas means it is comprising of several peninsulas. This peninsula is called, this peninsula, if you know, is called Scandinavian Peninsula. This water body is Baltic Sea. This small narrow water body which touches Russia also, over here you'll find Russia. This water body is Gulf of Finland. And this narrow water body is Bothnia, Gulf of Bothnia. And between this Gulf of Bothnia and Gulf of Finland, you'll find this country to be Finland. This country is Norway. The western part is Norway. And eastern part of Scandinavian peninsula is Sweden. Anyway, if you look at this protruding, this also looks like a peninsula. This protruding is called Jutland Peninsula. Jutland Peninsula. Obviously, this Jutland Peninsula is nothing but the Denmark country. Then, over here, if you come across, you'll realize that there is a big island country like this. This entire group of islands is called British Isles. I'll explain them in detail, don't worry. British Isles, and sometimes it is also written as British Isles and Ireland. So both are interchangeably used. This one is Ireland. This northern part is Northern Ireland. This southern part is Republic of Ireland, or call it Ireland. This is Wales. This western part of this Great Britain. I'll tell you what it is. This is Wales. This is England. And this one is Scotland, the northern part. So Scotland, England and Wales together they are known as Great Britain. And when Great Britain also includes northern part of Scotland, northern part of Ireland, then it is called United Kingdom. And this entire group is called British Isles. So I hope this makes sense. Scotland, England and Wales, they are known as Great Britain. And then when this Great Britain also includes Northern Ireland, then it is called United Kingdom. And this entire group of islands is called British Isles. Okay, anyway, if you look at this part, this is a water body. Over here you'll find Iceland. This landmass is Iceland. This water body, which is part of Atlantic Ocean, is named as, this one is North Sea. And if you move south of North Sea, this narrow water channel is Strait of Dover, and this part is English Channel. English Channel. In fact, this sea between Ireland and Great Britain is called Irish Sea. North of Irish Sea, you'll find North Channel, and south of Irish Sea, this Irish Sea. North of Irish Sea, you'll find North Channel, and south of Irish Sea, you'll find St. George Channel. So, figure out this in the map. So, I told you about this Scandinavian peninsula. This peninsula called Jutland Peninsula. Scandinavian peninsula. Then, if you look at this portion, this also looks like a peninsula. This peninsula is called Iberian Peninsula. Iberian Peninsula. Look at this Italy, the protrusion of Italy. This is called Apennines Peninsula. Apennine mountain is there. That is called Apennines Peninsula. And look at this portion of Greece and other countries. This one. This also looks like a peninsula surrounded from water body from three sides. So this portion is called Balkan Peninsula. Balkan countries you must have heard of. So this is Balkan Peninsula. Okay, So this is broadly the map of Europe continent. In the next video, again, I'll cover the mountains, deserts, plateaus, rivers and lakes of the continent Europe. So for now, this would be all. If you have any doubt, let me know. We can discuss those things later on as well. Thank you so very much.